Why is this series so fucking good? This series is so damn great. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at these right here. How did it come to what it is right now, huh? So a lot to talk about with this chapter. For starters, the CCG continuing their massacre and onslaught of the ghouls. Now, I was actually rewatching some of Tokyo Ghoul, and I know, oh, the anime, why are you watching that? I love the fucking anime, leave me alone. Something I did notice is, one of the reasons I think why it bothers me a little bit more to a certain degree, the way the CCG acts towards the ghouls, opposed to how, like, people like Mato and Amon handled it, because they did handle it pretty rough too, like, especially Mato, like, he was practically like a ghoul serial killer, but the reason why I feel as though, to a certain degree, it felt more justified, and granted, I do know that the CCG, almost all of these people are made up of people that had tragic pasts, but since we haven't really dived deep into a lot of these people, it just kind of feels like police brutality, and maybe to a certain degree that's what Suishida is trying to showcase and kind of take a jab at, like, police brutality, how they act or whatever, and sometimes these people don't deserve this. But, like, with some of these people, it's like, why the fuck are you acting like this? When we seen, you know, with Mato, shortly after, we kind of realized, oh, he really has this vendetta because of this, and with Amon, oh, he has a vendetta because of that. But, like, with these people, since we don't really know, we can only assume, it's kind of like, you fucking assholes. And I'm pretty sure that something is afoot and a half. If Noro was seen by himself, which granted he's probably in puppet mode right now unless Eto released him, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Noro is a mystery than motherfucker. But to see Noro by himself, it could be that that's another way out, which I will talk about towards the end of this video, what I'm referring to with another way out, in particular for Shu. And I think since Noro was actually attacking CCG, it's definitely not, I mean, we can verify that it's not that she's trying to help out the CCG, granted she wouldn't anyway in any shape or form, but it's more so maybe she was paid off. I don't necessarily see Eto doing it for that, but maybe it's just that she feels sympathetic because of the Kane situation, and that's why she sent out Noro. I'm curious if we're going to get an entire Aogiri fight back, and that'll help out, you know, Shu get out of there. But the fact that Noro's there by himself, he's not by himself, something is going to happen bad, because Eto ain't gonna just let Noro go off to, you know, his defeat, his demise, so to speak. So, yeah, Eto is around there, and I think we're gonna have One-Eyed pretty soon busting shit up. I think that's gonna happen. And definitely a huge, huge setup with seeing Sasaki busting through the window and climbing up the building using his Kagane, and even the fact that they said, like, he's doing that shit better than a fucking ghoul. I think that's a huge setup. Not to mention the whole headache situation, because, to be honest with you, those two things I think are set up for what's about to happen. I think if indeed Shu survives this encounter, a big part of it is going to be because of Sasaki's actions, assuming he is Sasaki, because, and I'll explain assuming as well, that headache could definitely potentially be that he's changed over. Like similar when Sasaki was fighting and he saw Nishio and he kind of snapped into Ken Kaneki mode for a second, so to speak, like, you know, memory started coming back for a split second. It's a huge possibility that what Shu encountered at the end of this chapter wasn't Sasaki Haise, but actually Ken Kaneki. That headache kind of fit perfectly in time for, like, when he does get to the rooftop or whatever, it could very well be that he's seen Ken Kaneki, and that Kagane, that, you know, he can climb the buildings better than a ghoul or whatever, that's possibly if he does escape with Shu. Even though, to be honest with you, it did feel a little bit like, this was kind of not needed right now. We should have got the flashback with Tsukiyama and Matsume, and, you know, chapters ago. I was really thankful that it was only one page, and it didn't make us feel more sympathetic to the situation that Shu lost everybody. Tsukiyama is a motherfucking lone right now. So I think that was to demonstrate, again, another huge loss for him. Matsume wasn't just like an average motherfucker to him. It was like another family member, so to speak, that he lost. And it's a shame that Matsume definitely knew. The reason why she didn't wear the mask to the fight is because she knew she wasn't returning from this battle. And again, why do the ghouls have to get whipped down at every given turn? I mean, granted, Arima, alright, you ain't fucking surviving Arima's wrath. But, like, it just feels like the ghouls don't fucking stand a slither of a chance. And you gotta think to yourself, if a powerful, dominant force, like the Tsukiyama family got money for days, they had connections for days, if they can all be wiped out in one clear swoop, leaving only Shu left over, then what fucking chance do any ghouls have anymore of doing anything? Like, there's a possibility the ghouls will lose at the end of the series very easily at that, because, like, opposed to, like, the wars that we had back then, like, towards the end of the Tokyo Ghoul manga, when wars went down, the CCG was also taking losses and taking hits, and it's just like irrelevant fucks that are dying in this particular battle. But, like, look what happened to the most powerful, pretty much most powerful and wealthy ghoul family out there. they're getting fucking decimated. It's like, is Aogiri... I mean, this is where I'm almost starting to feel sympathetic towards Aogiri. Like, they should continue to build and build and build because, like, they're the only people that can possibly put up a fight against these fucking savages. And then that ending. A fucked up joke. You're fucking kidding me, right? Like, I swear to God, I love that shit. I love the fuck out of that shit. And to be honest with you, there's multiple possibilities. Because right now, you gotta look at it. The helicopter that was supposed to take him out has been shot down. So even if Sasaki or Ken Kaneki decided, I'm gonna get out of your way, he has nowhere to fucking go. So it's like, the entire building is surrounded. There's CCG for days. And the one person that he cared about most, like his fucking best friend in his mind anyway, is standing right there. But in reality, there's not much really he can do. So it's kind of a really fucking shitty situation. If the helicopter was there, then maybe it'd be like, he has a chance, but there really is no chance. And then you gotta think to yourself, who is this right now in front of him? Is it Ghoul investigator Haise, or is it tragic motherfucker Ken Kaneki? If it's Ken Kaneki, then, I mean, either way, there's only a couple outcomes that could happen. It could be that Shu is dying, this is it, the entire Tsukiyama family is going to be completely put to rest. I don't see it happening just because I don't see Shu Ishida doing all this amazing build-up and everything, showing Shu pretty much the same feeling that Ken Kaneki had. Because if you think about it, look at it right now, he is experiencing all the tragedy and loss that Ken had towards the end of the series. So after this, in retrospect, if he gets the right development, which he always seemingly does get the right development, he's going to look at it like, no, if this is what he felt, if this is what he went through, I'm not even going to ask him to become Ken Kaneki anymore. That's too selfish. You be Sasaki Haise. You don't need to come back. And that's why I think, like, to a very strong degree, Shu might make it out of this because he has the development. Sui Ishida just ain't going to do all that and then say, throw this character the fuck up out of here. Not to mention that there's a lot of motherfuckers that love Tsukiyama. And believe it or not, a lot of authors, they do think with, like, I don't want to destroy my cells. So yeah, there's a big possibility Shu's going to make it out of this. And if he does make it out of this, the outcomes that I do see is, at this point, which will change the entire manga, and this is where I'll really start to be like, oh yes, Tokyo Ghoul, which I'm already like that, but even more, it's going to have to be that Sasaki grabs him, if he is Sasaki or Ken Kaneki or whatever, and jumps from building to building using his Kagane, climbs down and escapes, because only Eto at this point would be able to make it out of the situation. But Sasaki is getting close to that. We've seen how much he's advanced and progressed. So it's a big possibility Sasaki could get him out there. Another thing is, it could be the same situation that happened with Hinami. They could actually have him locked up or whatever and actually give him as like property to Sasaki, so to speak. So it could be that option as well. Or it could be his demise. Because right now there's Shu on his own ain't getting out of there. That's period. We can solidify that. I guess another option could be Eto coming in there and maybe Eto killing him as well for Kane, like I'm the god now, or helping to save him as well. Maybe it was one big payoff that Tsukiyama's father did right before he left. So yeah, it's a really do or die moment right now. If Sasaki is not Sasaki and he's Ken Kaneki right now, then this could change his life forever. So definitely a crazy fucking cliffhanger. Absolutely love this chapter. Great chapter. 9 out of 10 for this chapter. Couldn't really, the Matsume page, you know, kind of should have been done a couple chapters ago, 3 pages about Matsume, but that's neither here nor there. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. Still a great fucking chapter. Let me know what you guys think, honestly. Tsukiyama's gonna die. Is Sasaki gonna save him? Is he even Sasaki right now, or is it Ken Kaneki? What is Noro doing by himself there? Like, your thoughts of this fucking insane Tokyo Ghoul chapter. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.